my voice is not coming through. That's crazy. It's hot as hell, so I'm going to live through Sam Porter bridges to get my steps in for the day. And I'm going to be keeping a calorie count. Oh god. People who are particularly good at action games, man, that is not me. I like that the thing in the middle gets bigger the harder it goes. Let's just do this. Let's see how bad it really is. If it's truly terrible, I can change it at any time. Let's go with large. Large and in charge. Oh no, this is going really slow. Is this a shader compilation thing? Oh no. Oh no. Did I have to do the did I have to really start a new game in order for the shaders to compile? Oh no, it's going much faster than that. Like in modern video gaming has me scared as shit to open anything early. I always need to open a game 30 minutes before I really want to play it. At least every video game doesn't require you to not only compile shaders, but then also restart the game to update it, like Call of Duty. That's atrocious. That is like one of the worst ways to design a game. Because you have to update the game itself, and then after you update the game itself, you then have to compile shaders, and then after you compile shaders, when you open the game, it needs to update for some reason. Let's see if my... Oh, okay. The darker one is the one that I'm changing. That visually makes sense. There's my birthday. Don't steal it, please. I know I'm giving away a lot of information in this stream, but I would really appreciate if you guys don't steal my identity. I know it's such a prolific thing that it would be enticing, but... When do I get to be that guy? When do I get to be Spear Sam porting the bridge? Sam port forward. Am I really that quiet, really? Hold on.
Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave birth to time and space. Once there was an explosion.
Turn the volume up?
A bang which set a planet spinning in that space. Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
Yeah. I don't know why. Fucking. Oh my god, I can't speak. Broadcast for some reason makes me like super, super quiet. And then every time I restart my computer's like, oh, you want to use your PlayStation 5 controller mic, right? That input device that you turned off? You want to use that, right? Like, of course. I feel like in Death Stranding 2, Kojima should pull like a Metal Gear Solid 2, where it starts off with you playing Sam Porter Bridges, but then it changes characters to Mark walking on the ground. You'll never guess what his story is. PS5 connecting as a mic every time pisses you off. Yeah, it's so dumb, man. I love my PlayStation 5 controller, but like, damn, is this thing glitchy. And then some games like natively support it, so like Steam screws up and breaks it. Yeah, John Moleman Tunnel Maker. You'll never guess what his character does in the story. Oh, hello, Faye. Welcome back. Crazy to see you back. I know I'm just like the most entertaining figure, just like ever, so why would anybody not watch my streams, am I right? I mean, Kojima made this game for me to stream, so... It's just The Walking Dead. No, that would mean that, it would be good for, like, the first 2 parts, and then after that it would just be terrible. Personal favorite PNG tuber? Yeah, the one out of the one that you watch. Me in first place on this self-imposed task I did. I don't know, and like, I launched this game with my controller plugged in, and then through a different cable, and oh, now it's giving me the rumble. My bad. I had to plug it in, unplug it, plug it in, unplug it, plug it in. It's called PS5 because you got to turn on the controller 5 times before it works. Just got home from work. Damn. Oh, well, I guess maybe you're not, I work a 7 to 3, and I forget that, at least, like, in my area, I guess getting home now is, like, normal time. But since I started working a 7 to 3, I can't imagine going to a 9 to 5. This game is loud. Oh, you also work a 7 to 3? Yeah, so you're just in a different region. 7 to 3 is so much better than 9 to 5. You beat all of the traffic. God, this game is loud. In between 8 to 4. 8 to 4 isn't... It's still better than 9 to 5. But, like, the problem with 8 to 4 is that, like... The second half of your travel is when all of the people who want to get to their 9 to 5 early are getting out there. So it's like the start of the bad traffic. And since I live in bumfuck nowhere, there's only one road to get everywhere you need to go. You're on mountain time? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that tracks. East Coast, Beast Coast, because we have nothing. There is water. There's a lot of Southerners, and there's a lot of Northerners who think that they're Southerners after they moved to North Carolina from New York, and they've lived here for like a year. It's like the people who live in Southern Illinois and they believe that they're Southern. Like, brother, just because you grew up in a field, that means nothing. Is there a secret over here? No secret? Kojima, you suck. You baited me into a dark corner. Now I go fast. I'm gonna fall down on this opening section. You're right, I could. If only you didn't stand still. You would have gotten in here faster. The land of gorgeous views and Mormons. I know that it's not what you meant, but reading that in a certain way sounds mutually exclusive, so like whenever there's Mormons, there's not a gorgeous view. Yo, the Mormons out here are ugly. Speaking of Mormons, I could go for a good soak. I got a good soak today, because it's hot as hell. And in my big warehouse, there's, like, no air conditioning. So I was just frying up all day. Standing next to super hot machinery. I should probably pay attention to the game somewhat, because even if I do pay attention, nipple, I'm not going to know what's going on. That caught my attention. Dude, it's so hot, man. And we have like these big shop like fans that we can use, but the area that I'm in, the only thing that it would do is continually cycle hot air around myself the entire shift. So not only would I be sweating my balls off, I would then be immediately re-ingesting my ball sweat air. Which, despite being comical in the nature, is not ideal. Hot take. Hot take. Don't smell too good. I don't know what they're so afraid of, bro. It's just a child doing hand painting. It's just an invisible child doing hand painting. How many invisible kindergartners do you think you could beat up? I give myself like 2 before I guess where one is, and I miss, and I fucking throw my hip out. Fan broke at your station, now you just inhale all the coolant steam. That's awesome. Yeah. I started like getting super lightheaded at work, and I didn't know why, and then I realized that it's just because I'm ingesting the fumes from working on a CNC machine all day. Crazy what that does to your system. Controversial take, humans are not supposed to inhale all the shit that gets thrown in the air from a CNC machine. Oh, that's an angry invisible kindergartner. Oh, I see you corrected yourself, Faye. Did the chat like censor you? The chat like removes all messages from my chat. I don't know what moderation there is. I have moderation completely off. And YouTube's just like, yeah, small streamer, let's just start removing messages. That'll be great for their growth. This is a good platform to stream on. Yo, what's up, Frogu? How you doing? This is going to be the most exciting game that I play all year. Since it's too hot outside, I must walk in video game. If I had the money and resources, I would get like a treadmill and have that linked up to the walking. And then I would have like a really complicated like mechanical system that's just got a big hammer on a swing, so that every time I fall down, the hammer swings down and it hits me off of the treadmill. Just so I can really get the full Kojima experience. Actually, no, that's not true. If I really wanted the true Kojima experience, I would have like a bunch of pictures of feet around me. That's truly what Kojima intended. If Kojima was a character in his own game, he would be like... he would be self-important feet lover. That would be his first and last name. Kojima definitely thought that jacket was so cool.
What the hell?
He puts the line in this game about Princess Peach and Mario so that you know that he's a gamer.
A chiral allergy. So, you have dooms, like me.
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
See, my thing is that, like, Kojima has such a great
You can see them, right?
vision for, like, a world and, like...
I will too, then.
I don't know about, like, design in total, but, like, there's interesting stuff going on. And, like, the audio, like, the music's always pretty good, and, like, the cinematography, like, the actual camera work is good. And then you have to listen to these fucking people talk, and it's just the dumbest shit of all time. Like in Metal Gear Solid 2, there's a part where, like, you find the vampire guy, and instead of anybody commenting on the fact that there's a guy who is unkillable and is literally a vampire, you have, like, a 5-minute talk with Raiden's wife about flowers. And it's like, okay, brother, do you want me to get invested in your universe, or are you just trying to, like, schizo post? Because I can get with the schizo posting. great ideas, has no idea how to finish them. Yeah.
You want it? A crypto buy it a day keeps.
You look like Snake Metal Gear Solid from behind. Oh, brother, just wait until you see Death Stranding 2. The new character that they added in that game is literally just Snake. And let me see if I can pull up a picture of it. He's literally just Snake.
Wanna come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
Yeah, I thought Fragile Express.
Let's see if I can find a picture of it.
Plenty of traders. Not much left of us now, save for a few.
There's only like headshots of him. I want like a full body shot.
On top of that,
I'm still not paying attention to this story, and I'm gonna have no idea what's going on, and then I will complain about not understanding this story. Here, this seems to be high quality enough. Let me see if I can do this really quick. See this guy? They just added Snake into Death Stranding. Just like full stop. This is their. Although this character design on the right is cool, even though it's just like Evil Ghost Call of Duty. Evil Ghost Call of Duty be like, I will live past the second game. Oh, I'm sorry, Kojima, I pressed a button. You're so right. I'm sorry. God, Porter is on his jacket. I wonder what his line of work is.
the time pool fast forwards whatever it touches. But it can't.
Or if I become invisible.
Won't let go. I'll see you around.
I'll be really happy if they show that new character in Death Stranding 2, and Kojima is actually aware of the Duran Duran meme, and they just put it in the game. Because Invisible is a totally fitting song for, like, Metal Gear, of course, but, like, just Kojima in general, I feel. Oh, Prologue Porter. Am I a Porter? Am I Sam Bridges? I forgot how to do the scan thing. Oh, I don't have it yet, because I don't have the baby. Let's go. No way, Hideo Kojima's in this game, dude. I didn't know that. Oh! Oh! I'm gonna totally just eat shit off the bat here. Da baby, let's go. If I had $1 for every time I've played, like, the beginning hour of this game, I'd have, like, $3. That is to say, I've played this game 3 times. That analogy went insane. I'm a writing god. I get like past there's like a mission where you have to like cremate somebody. I get to that part and then I'm like, yeah, I don't care for the mildly annoying stealth mechanics this game has. The pen is mightier than the sword. Oh no, I almost fell. This is gameplay. I'm kind of like a lion, except like I'm not like a scary creature of nature. I'm just like a creature that's male. Not a lioness, as some might believe. Can I do that scan thing yet to see like where I'm gonna eat shit? No? Should probably go a little bit further up. Not get drifted away. Despite what it may seem like, I'm not actually trying to lose in this beginning section of the game. This is Kojima's Brawl with random. Kojima played Brawl and he was like, oh, Sonic trip very often. I put tripping mechanic. That make entire game try not to trip. Smart drugs. What are they, like AI drugs? Is it like fentanyl with ChatGPT in it? So I could see that popping off. You take fentanyl and it just starts... you start going schizophrenic in your head and it's just bad ChatGPT prompts. Like that one of like, does Slender Man have like siblings or whatever? And ChatGPT is like, yes, he does. His brother is I Like Mender Man from New York. That just beamed into your head as soon as you take the fent. I could see it popping off. It's not even doing the triggers. Hold on. I paid money for this controller and it's not even gonna let me... I paid for my immersion. Come on. Let's turn them off, and then let's turn them back on. Okay, there we go. Now I have my funny resistant triggers. Triggers are really cool. It's just that there's not enough stuff that uses them. I can think of like maybe 4 games off the top of my head that use them really well, and the best one is just Returnal. The rumble's really cool though, especially in this game. Because it like every time he puts one of those packages in, it like rumbles my controller and it feels like it's pushing. Basically, I'm a PlayStation Wojak. PlayStation users when their controller rumbles. Oh! Always feel like you're gonna break the motor when you're driving in Cyberpunk. Yeah, that's like another thing is like every time that I like feel the rumble in the controller, it feels like I'm wearing it down. Especially the triggers. I feel like the triggers are gonna like fall apart. Dude, no way. Dude, I traveled distance? Oh my god. There's a ranking system? This is Devil May Cry. Kojima made this for me. Keep going. Keep going. There's so much shit. There's so much shit. Every time I play this, whenever I see these screens, it feels like they're just desperately trying to throw like random dopamine spikes in there so that you keep playing. Because the walking just isn't satisfying enough for a monkey brain to continually play. Suck no dick. What do you mean by that? What if I want to? What if instead of Sam Porter Bridges, I was Sam sucking walkie style? Oh my god, Kojima's in this game? Dude, there's no way. Bro, am I gonna get picked up in the Kojima mobile? I'm whipping it Jima style. Actually, that sounds pretty bad. That sounds like a Iwo Jima. The worst one with the triggers is Call of Duty, because like it's cool that they vibrate like in sync with the gunshots, but it's also like I don't want to keep like if you use a pistol, there's like a really hard like click you gotta get past, and it makes it so much harder to rapid fire.
Look, gotta get a move on. I'll explain as we go. Come on.
Oh man, I sure hope this guy doesn't die at the end of this cutscene.
Come and take a look.
Dude, churches with a V so based. What are the specs of my PC? They're nothing super great. I've got a, I think it's like a 10400J or something like that CPU. I've got a just a 3060 GPU. I got 32 gigs of RAM.
He wasn't quarantined.
I think that's the important parts. I was running a 1080 until like 2 years ago, which was insane. Surprisingly, games in the modern age don't run so great. 1080 anymore. Yeah, just a 3060. I need to update this rig a little bit.
Wish I could, but there's no time.
Then just burn the poor bastard right here.
Yeah, not even a TI, just a straight up 3060. I mean, it's high, but it's not. I have to turn down most games to medium or low settings. But part of me feels like that shouldn't be happening and there's just something wrong with my build. But you never know.
He's already in the first stages of necrosis. If we don't hurry, this place is a crater.
Gordon, we must hurry. Necrosis is setting in. I totally forgot I was actually supposed to pay attention to this story.
Contract with Sam Porter.
Sam.
I think if I get another GPU, I'm just gonna get AMD. None of the NVIDIA cards past the 30 series sound good. Every time I see something about like the 40 or the 50 series, everything is just like, this is a fucking scam. This shit scammed me. NVIDIA scammed me and then they fucked my wife.
Makes me feel like shit every time.
The baby.
Well, you are plugging into the other side. Freaks me out too.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it is kind of scary that you guys just carry babies around with you.
Roll out.
I think that would freak any normal human being out. I'll keep it like 7 million with you, Chief. If a dude walked up to me on the street and he just had a baby in an incubation tank and he was plugging into it, I would be very concerned. I guess Epstein Island got up to some crazy shit. Oh my god, Kojima's in this game. Dude, Kojima's in this? Dude. Man, if only I knew. Oh, that's why it's made by Kojima Productions, dude. Oh, it's so smart. He's a genius.
Yeah, the world was different when I was.
I want to ask him if he's part of the AdMech. Oh. I turned the camera away and I can't hear him anymore.
We had highway.
Oh, does this game have the... I think this game might have the surround sound implementation that my headphones doesn't pick up. That sucks. Honestly, this game would be made significantly better if the AdMech just showed up out of nowhere.
Fucked us beyond all recognition. And if you were lucky enough to survive,
They would be like kind of pissed off that like nobody's augmented, but then they would see like the starting stages of having a baby in an incubation chamber and they'd be like, oh, you guys are like starting there. You guys are like almost to the point of being based, just not quite.
And that's when folks started holing up in the cities.
I'm happy I'm getting consistent 60 though. Last time I played this, it ran like trash. Although that's not special for my rig.
Son of a bitch. Rainbow.
Me when I'm a conservative, and it is
How much further to the
June.
This guy's about to pop.
We're at the cut to the BTs.
Yo, are they ripping the rainbow apart, dude? Dude, they can't do that. You can't do that, dude. I don't think Kojima's an ally, guys. I gotta be honest, I think it's time we cancel him. He made a rainbow a threat. I think this is a statement. Hi, Sam. And rotate camera at cutscene look like Elder Scroll.
Sam, can you see anything?
Sam's gonna fall asleep and then Skyrim ripoff man is gonna say, finally awake, huh? Our rematch VOD got some views. That's crazy. We were going crazy in rematch. That is factually true. Me and me and John played earlier, and he was crashing out so hard. we had the same syndrome of guys who got the ball passed to them, and then they would just full send it right at the goalie over and over and over. And then our goalie would keep passing it to the guy who was covered by two people. Like, what do you expect here, brother? Nothing good is coming of this. I am always down for rematch. I feel like rematch is also more enjoyable to watch as a stream. Played a few myself where the same thing happened. Yeah, that's, yeah. I mean, that's the experience of rematch. Oh no. Chauffeur car driver, man, my favorite Kojima character just died. No. No. His real name was Die for Plot Progression Man. You'll never guess why he died. Rematch is very interesting. Plus, I mean, like, I feel like playing it alone is not as great because of the experience you get. But playing it with other people, getting those coordinations down, like me and John had a couple of moments earlier where we like fully coordinated what we were gonna do, and it was like, that is the sauce right there, and I love to get lost in that. But see, I'd rather play a much more fun game where instead of like running around and kicking a ball in high octane action, you play a game made by a feet fetishist where you walk and fall. Your first time watching someone playing Death Stranding? I get like an hour into this and then I give up. I crap on it a lot, but like at least it's unique. Like at least this is technically a first-party Sony game that's something besides a crappy live service shooter that nobody asked for. And like graphically it's cool. It's got an interesting world. Just a little unfortunate that it has to be written by Kojima and the way he likes dialogue. It's definitely, I feel like this is a game that's much better played than watched. Play a roguelike Death Stranding like crazy. Yeah, but that, like, if there were elements in this that like would modify the exploration more, that would make this game so much more fun. But like the only things are like you gotta sometimes like crouch walk because there's evil bad guys, and then sometimes there's rain, so you have to hide. Like if there was like modifiers that I could get with downsides, like maybe I could run faster, but if I wasn't on like stable ground, I will be more prone to like tripping at like an exponential rate. And also if it was just like shorter. Story game, open world, yeah, it is a Kojima game, so it's very story heavy, and it is, I think technically it's supposed to be like open America. I'm pretty sure you go all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast, but it's not that big. You cross a state in like 5 minutes. Roguelike Crazy Taxi is game 1. That is such a great idea that I haven't heard before that I'm surprised has not been made into a thing. Strand out my campaigner. I know that's right. Thank you for the insightful information. Roguelike Crazy Taxi 2 Origins, you're walking around. Crazy Taxi Origins, just inventing the taxi. Cars don't exist or anything, you're inventing the first car, and it just happens to be a taxi. Oh, it's another baby guy. A big mechanic of this game is trying to calm the baby down, and I feel like that could be completely circumvented if they just kept iPads around and you could just hold an iPad in front of the baby with Coco Melon. Yeah, it's Darth Vader. Darth Vader and then zombies. Oh, he wasn't even given the chance to kill himself. Dude, look in the background. Those are the strands. And guess what he's about to do? He's about to die. He's about to die in this. Look at this, dude. Look at the strands, and death is about to. Dude, this writing is blowing my mind. Wow, he's not doing so good of a job at that. If he wanted to die, why wouldn't he just, you know, Do like a one deep cut and then slash down. Or if death is so, like, prominent, why wouldn't you just give people, like, a cyanide tooth or something? Dude, umbilical cord, dude, it's just like a... Dude, it's the baby. Let's go. See, the problem with this is, like, part of me is like, wow, this, like, visually is so cool, and I just don't like Kojima so much that I keep reminding myself, like, this is a Kojima game. And that immediately brings it down, like, 10 pegs for me. Like, it's just... Like, at this part of the game, it's not so bad, but there's a cutscene that happens in a little while where it's just like... Alright, man, I get it, Kojima. We gotta reconnect as a people. Oh, dude, we're so disconnected from one another. We gotta reconnect. The other message that Kojima is sending is that you should carry babies in tubes. How brave. Now we look like John Wick. Well, I'm glad that he's not John Wick, because if he was, that baby would be dead in about 2 minutes. Oh, Sam Porter Bridges, you gotta start finger painting now. You must finger paint. He's got so many USB sticks on him, bro. What's on there? That's how dudes would walk around in high school with their emulator for Pokemon Emerald that they would plug in and use on the school computer. One's for Emerald, another one's for an Emerald ROM hack, and then they got like Halo on another one. Aw, dude, it's the origin of Five Guys. I always knew there was something esoteric going on. You can't have burgers that good without some fuck shit. Music's good though. I can't take that away from him. Music is good. It's also my mistake. I just had a thought of like I kind of want to play the game now, and I forgot again. I must remind myself Kojima game. There we go with the Kojima feat. The men aren't even free from his special interests. Nah, man, he's freebasing out here. Look, if you were surrounded by a bunch of fish and, like, dead whales, I think you would take your pants off, too. I'm gonna be real. I mean, that's just what you do in that situation. In a super cool world, and was like, let's make it a walking package delivery sim. Hey, we heard that people hate working for Amazon, so what if we made that an entire game? Yeah, the cutscene's, like, it's intriguing. It gets you invested in the world. Like, this whole thing is like, what the fuck is going on? Which is always super interesting. I love when shit happens in something and I don't know what's happening. The best one is like the Berserk, the apocalypse in Berserk. When it's just like, oh, this shit's happening. This is like going insane. See? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. We're crossing over.
Can you hear me? Steady.
it's just Quantum of Solace. I think he was in that. Oh wait, no, he was in Casino Royale. Yeah, the Chief. Unfortunately, that would mean that this would be a this would be a crossover with a. If it is, I think that is Casino Royale, right? Because Quantum of Solace is. Oh wait, no, he's in both. Or does he die in Quantum of Solace? I get those movies mixed up so much. I remember Casino Royale, and then I remember like bits of Quantum of Solace, but I don't remember the entirety of Quantum of Solace, so I get them like mixed up. Casino Royale, yeah, okay. So yeah, it'll be a crossover with like one of the best movies.
A bang which gave rise.
I watched Casino Royale again like half a year ago, and that movie's so good, man. That movie's great. That was very formative for child me.
An explosion. That will be our last.
I think around like the same time. I think like a year before I saw Casino Royale was when I watched the Indiana Jones movies. And I loved them as a kid, going back to them. Like, the second movie is dog shit. That this the second Indiana Jones movie is so awful. Oh, yeah, right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. This game 90% cutscene. Ah, my sweet summer child. Kojima. Kojima just loves his cutscene. When you play a Kojima game, it's like how people say that Ultra Kill is a great album that comes with a free game. Kojima games are a convoluted mess of a movie with a game attached. Oh, what's... Holy shit, Greg, what's up, brother? I didn't expect you to show up. What's poppin', my guy? This will not be my peak stream, unfortunately. I am not a Death Stranding master. Despite being a, I'm casually acquainted with walking and carrying in real life. But the skill you have in real life doesn't quite translate to the experience in-game. There's more nuance where, like, in order to walk in real life, you have to have, like, millions of years of evolution and, muscle development. Gotta go from a baby who crawls into a human who walks, and then in a video game, you just gotta, like, push the left stick forward, and that's a really hard thing to get down. I would also think to mention that I don't think I've been streaming this for very long. I think I've been streaming for maybe 20 minutes, and I've played about 5 minutes of a game.
Well, a coroner, originally.
It's the man. The man, the myth, the legend.
Call me Dead Man. I'm well acquainted with the dead.
Dude, no way. Dude, Dead Man? Oh my god. Wait until you guys meet Die Hard Man. You'll never guess what happens to him.
I'm no expert, but I can assure you it's for your...
Stick drift is the hardest thing in your life. No, you got stick drift in real life. I think that's just ED.
These aren't handcuffs. They're cutting-edge devices that keep us all connected.
And that has a bit more nuance of solving than stick drift. There's like a pill, or like maybe it's stress,
Yep.
Like if your controller has stick drift, it can't just chalk it up to like, well, I've just been really stressed lately,
Or
There's just like difference between the two.
What time is it?
watch me. Try pressing it against your skin like this.
Wants to become a film director, but he chooses to become a game maker. See, it's also like
That just means your body's got a good connection to the...
he occasionally has very interesting things that he does where he tries to explain his thoughts and writing through gameplay. And I will admit that he is successful in doing that. But it's also like I think it's just the writing, man. There's so much dialogue in Kojima games, and it's all over the place. Sometimes there's great, like, dialogue and, like, character building, and then there's exposition dump the character.
What happened to the CD, guys?
Should have asked Stephen Hawking before he passed. Nah, bro was busy on that island with the midgets, quote-unquote midgets.
Game over, man.
Dude, it's like a video game.
Crater.
And then the lore of this room was specially programmed to say game over on that wall when somebody says game over in real life.
And your broken bridge, baby.
That's just how deep the lore goes.
It's been marked for disposal. Didn't work anymore. Why keep it? We lost everyone. Not just corpse disposal. My team, HQ, all of Redefort, every soul in Central Knot City.
He brings players to feel what the character feels.
In Capital Knot City.
Yeah, when Norman Reedus falls down flat on his face and he goes, "Oh shit, that's exactly how I feel in real life." Because I'm like, "Oh shit, that's like the extent of the gameplay." Watching Norman Reedus fall on his face.
Things here are a mess. Fortunately, the director and his support team were out of town at the time, so the chain of command...
I feel like I should get flagged for like freely streaming a movie on YouTube. Like illegally streaming a movie at this point.
I hate to do this so soon, but I have a job for you.
No, his teams don't get the recognition they deserve. They don't.
This stencil is from when you...
I've struggled to find it for a while, but there was like a 2-hour video that I watched like 3 years ago where it was just a full like explanation of all of the writing credits and everything that Kojima has just like erased from his games. And he walks out on stage like a fucking hero of game development. And like I know that generally people understand that this game isn't made by a single person. But like
some morphine.
What president? America's gone.
About
the mayor of Central Knot.
No.
I should try to be more open-minded when it comes to Kojima. Like I know that I'm extremely biased, but
in the final stages of cancer, in critical condition, but there's still time.
Like,
Look, Sam. Do as I ask, and I promise it will all make sense.
Why don't you do it?
I don't know if my brother is still here, but
Because
I'm very much feeling he has an opinion on game of anything that stand in the way of him and playing game is something he doesn't want to engage with. Like he really likes roguelites, and playing this, like I know that I'm supposed to come into it knowing that it's a cutscene game, but I also just kind of want to walk. I've played the game one time so far.
Here is the morphine. Bridges hereby enters into a contract.
Cutscenes are a waste of time. See, I understand that sentiment. Sometimes I feel like,
Tell me the truth.
like if you're,
The truth, Sam, is that America's last president...
I feel like a lot of games use cutscenes in place where they could just have the dialogue play while you're in gameplay. That's a big one for me. Where it's like, why do I have to stand here and stand still and listen to these people talk? Like in the middle of a mission or something, when I could just be playing the game and you could have this dialogue while I'm playing the game. Like you are specifically in the medium of player interaction, and you are just like removing the major aspect of your medium. I think it's Metal Gear Solid 3 or 4 that has like a non-stop like 2-hour sequence of cutscenes or something like that. Like that's insane. That is like insane. Holy shit, I finally get to move Sam Porter bridging. Oh my god, there's no way. Trying to deposit anything, or am I bringing... No, I'm bringing this over here.
Delivery order for Sam Porter Bridges. Request transport of morphine to isolation ward.
See what they're doing right here? Where they're talking while I'm playing the game? They could easily do this. Always used to skip before, now you watch cutscenes. I don't have a problem personally with cutscenes. Like I really enjoyed the first God of War reboot game, which had a hefty amount of cutscenes. But that was also because I enjoyed watching the development of Kratos as a character. Whereas, like, the difference in this game is that I don't care about the development of any of the characters that appear at all. I just want more explanation of the world. And I would rather experience that through gameplay than be talked through it.
Sam, if you want to confirm you're headed the right way, check your compass. It'll never steer you wrong.
That time you came to the boss and hit the skip button. Yeah, that's like one of the worst feelings is when you're playing a game and you hit the skip button on accident and then shit just starts happening. I think the worst game so far that I've played with, like, story, I started playing Stellar Blade recently, and, like, that game has so many cutscenes and so much dialogue, and, like, it's a game that came out from Korea, and it got dubbed in English, and, like, you know, you're not always expecting, like, the cream of the crop when it comes to that, but the dialogue, voice acting is just, like, the most bland, boring, like, I'm reading this off of a piece of paper shit. Anytime a character talks, I want to rip my brains out. I can't stand it. Like, the action gameplay in that game is, like, really satisfying and fun to do, and then you just get interrupted by just the weakest writing and most boring voice acting. And, like, I want to skip the cutscenes, but, like, the way that the game is set up, it seems like there's something interesting going on, but it hasn't gone anywhere. And I've played, like, 20 hours of that game so far.
We should start making preparations. Sam, it's me, Dead Man.
Ask their family to cut costs, yeah.
Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah, I try not to skip the story. It's just that very frequently I turn on a video game just because I want to play a game. I work full-time and I've got D&D going on and I got other hobbies, so I got a limited amount of time that I can spend. And I think the stream's going to be up for about an hour soon, and I have played a total of 15 minutes of gameplay.
Take that off before you come inside.
Yeah, and it was more impressive on the PlayStation 1 because that was still when, like, games were developing as an art form. It was like, oh, like, we can have, like, a story in a video game that's, like, serious. Like, the generation before that was the SNES. Like, there's no game on the SNES that has a story that comes anywhere close to, like, a Metal Gear. But it's also, like, I feel like we have developed past that point as a medium to have this much cutscene in a game. I feel like we should have progressed past forcing the player to do nothing for extended periods of time.
Right-hand man, the director of bridges.
Like Hades has a great story and great characters. And very rarely does that game take control away from you to expose you to that story. You just kind of keep playing it and it keeps developing. And it takes the medium of video games on repeated playthroughs to evolve its story and explore its characters.
Look at us. A bunch of deathless freaks meeting like this. Yeah, well, good to see you two. President's waiting. It's your mother, Bridget. She's a bit out of it, but I know she'll recognize you.
And so far, the only reason I care about anybody is because the main character is Norman Reedus. He's just a cool guy. Like, easily the best character in Walking Dead. He's got a cool, like, gravelly voice when he does performance work. He's got cool hair.
We'll leave you two alone.
He's also just like a chill guy from the clips that I've seen of him. It's the only reason I care.
Sam,
Where's the baby?
I knew you'd come back.
The baby is supposed to be getting terminated because it's faulty. It's like a horse. Except instead of the horse failing a race, the baby just is a baby and isn't working as a machine perfectly, so they're gonna kill it.
I know you hate me.
It'll be a little bit before
Amelie.
I'm able to see the baby.
You remember Amelie went west. Took her 3 years to cross.
Amazing and likable in most things he's starred in. I don't even know.
Still going.
I don't watch like movies or TV, so I don't know of any other
You're the one I wanted to send, Sam.
media he's been in. I watched The Walking Dead when I was younger, and I stopped after like season 3 because it started getting really, really boring.
Amelie, she needs you.
And I'm glad that I stopped because that show turned into dog water. Boondock Saints.
Together, you can help us.
I've
reunite.
never heard of that.
You can make America whole.
I have never heard of Boondock Saints.
Humanity will not.
I've heard of the Boondocks TV show.
We don't
I've
know
heard of
America.
Saints
Not anymore.
Row, the video game.
Do. Alone, we have no future.
No, America's finished.
She the baby? That is not the baby,
Sam,
unfortunately.
listen to me.
Very beloved cult classic. Pissed you off. No, bro, why's she attacking me, bro? Sam, I need my fentanyl, Sam. Get me my delivery of fentanyl, Sam, please. I gotta watch it. See, like, this is the thing, is that I always, like, people are always like, have you seen this movie? And I say no, and then they say, you gotta watch it. And it's like, that list of movies is so long. Like, I just recently got through the first 2 Lord of the Rings movies. I haven't watched the third one, and I don't plan on finishing the third one. I have no plans to watch the third movie at all. The vibe of it is a bit off. What's like is there like a short premise?
I love you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Why is the blood black? I don't know for certain, but I do know that I would assume it has something to do with the Death Stranding, because like whenever there's like boss fights that happen, and instead of there being like the area floods, but instead of it being like water, it's like the black goo. So I assume it's whatever is causing the Death Stranding. There's Die Hard Man in the back with the blue thing. 2 Irish Catholic brothers become vigilantes in order to try to wipe out Boston's criminal underworld in the name of God. Huh. Okay. Mildly interesting. I know, she died and I'm so affected by it. Seeing the Dreamcatcher reminds me that we don't... I know, it might be mildly improper, but it makes me think of like
Listen,
Native American
let
stuff.
them know that the president is dead.
Because me and my brother got some from Tennessee when we were kids, and I'm pretty sure they were in shops that had like stereotypical Native American themed shit or whatever. There aren't enough games that have Native American leads.
Corpse disposal.
There's two. There's the infamous Second Son, which has one, and then there's the Prey game that wasn't a reboot. That had nothing to do with Prey. The original Prey had a Native American guy.
Sam,
And then I think like one or two of the Turok games.
made a contact.
And then outside of that, there's like nothing.
What are you talking about?
As a member of Bridges, you're gonna work with the rest
Like-
of us to rebuild America.
You think you can recruit me? Like she tried?
The only other time I can think of anything relating to Native Americans is playing just a Western game where you kill them. Like, what the fuck?
Director, the cancer spread throughout her entire body.
Like,
Harvesting organs is out of the question.
Call of Juarez Gunslinger. There's just like that whole section where like you just get doped up and you have like a dream sequence where you're just killing a bunch of
Don't this place will
Native
turn
American
into a
people.
crater.
That's the most recent thing I can think of. Like that's fucking crazy, dude.
Orders right now.
There's one that's coming out sometime that actually looked really cool that was shown off at one of the Game Awards.
Has to be
I haven't
done.
seen anything about it though.
The road from Capital Knot City to the incinerator was
Okay, goodbye.
Now, the only way there is on foot.
Goodbye
But
Krieg.
chiral density
Hope you have good sleep.
It's gotta be BTs.
This shit's putting me to sleep, that's for real.
Environments, tombs, repatriate.
So me. Why?
Here, I'll make this more interesting.
Already
Hold
at
on.
the clock.
Now get it done, Sam.
I'm losing interest, and I'm sure my fan base is losing interest, so let's show what really needs to be shown here. Where's Streamlabs? Where's Streamlabs? Here we go. This will keep us engaged.
Can I have a moment? President Strand believed in American Reconstructionism. She worked tirelessly to bring the nation together again.
Stay engaged.
And without her, there would be no Bridges. She deserves a funeral with full honors. But we can't give her that. If
You
she
see like that?
dies,
No, I didn't get the
America
terms
dies.
too.
Without
Oh, I didn't get all the...
bridges will cease to be.
Like, physically bothers me when people don't get all the coins in a line.
Her cremation must
Like, what are you
be
doing,
carried
man?
out with the utmost secrecy.
Get the pogo.
Even if we pull it off, what then? Who's gonna take her place? Face it.
If he misses one of these, I'm gonna be... Oh my god. Oh my god, he
America
sucks.
Isn't dead yet.
This dude is terrible at Subway Surfers.
She may be lost to us, but we still have an America.
It's to
worthy
keep
of
people
its
engaged. And by people engaged, I mean me.
Now, what matters
'Cause
is
the
that
story's
we're
putting me
going
to sleep.
Finish your mother's work and rebuild America as she intended. That's the reason Bridges exists. So take the first step, Sam, and deliver the president's body to the incinerator.
I want to do something so bad, I honestly might just fucking turn this game off and I'll just play a game that I can actually play. Crazy idea. When I turn a game on, I want to play a game.
I love you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Now I need like a Joe Rogan podcast on the other side.
The facilities to the southwest.
Look at him
Remember that
go.
you'll be passing through BT territory.
We built the incinerator way up in the mountains.
Oh, I'm getting to gameplay soon.
Smoke wouldn't reach the city. It won't be easy carrying a body up there.
You know, maybe I really am cooked because I'm genuinely enjoying watching this Subway Surfers gameplay way more than I've enjoyed any of these cutscenes.
We'll be monitoring you around the clock. If anything comes up, we'll offer you support via the cufflinks.
Cool. I get to play the game now. Don't worry, she's just chilling back there. She's fine. And now I walk.
Sam, this is Die Hartman. Dead men explained how to use the cuffs, right? Use them to check the location of the incinerator.
Subway Surf 8K 120 FPX with RT. I mean, Subway Surface has come a long way, man. You really need to get those ray-traced graphics in order to get the full experience.
48 hours.
It's how modern gaming works.
They go necro and become a fresh BT to make our lives hell.
Now I hold forward and I occasionally press the left and right triggers. And I hope that I don't run out of stamina before I get there.
President Bridget Strand was the symbol of American Reconstructionism. Even with the country shattered and its people scattered to the four winds, she never stopped believing they could be reunited. People held on to their hope that America would rise again because
I'm so engaged. This is going crazy. Oh no. I had to experience gameplay for a moment there. Oh no. Let me out. If only I could drive one of those cars. I think the funny thing about this is that if the videos that I've watched of this game are to be believed, the like progression loop of this game is just to reduce the amount of walking that you have to do. Yeah, take my likes. Ubisoft towers go crazy. Alright, now we keep walking. Now that I've seen that I can walk forward, I can walk forward.
Yeah, just like that.
Yep. Yeah, you're so right, Norman. This is walking. Walking in real. Can't pick those up. Cool. Can I pick these up? Yes, I can. Cool. Something I can engage with. Crypto buyout. Damn. Bitcoin went crazy in this timeline. It is very pretty. Oh no, gameplay. Oh no, gameplay, my bad. I'm so sorry. You're so right. Whee! Oh yeah, there's also a pissing mechanic in this game. I don't know when I get to that part, but I can pee. That's really what engages me in the title. That's probably why Devil May Cry isn't as popular as it should be, because there's no pissing mechanic. If there was pissing and if Dante was named Killed Demon Sword Man, it would be just as popular as Death Stranding. Am I even going the right way? Yeah, I am. Man. So engaged. I have to beat this game, though. I paid money for it. I feel like it would have been much better if I waited to do my Kingdom Hearts playthrough until I started streaming, because those games I actually, like, played and was generally enjoying. Except for the Ultimate Weapon Quest in any of them is just terrible. But that's a lot of games with a lot of content. Are the graphics even all the way up? Let's see. Oh,
The incinerator will
my
be
bad.
anything but easy.
You're right.
Move around and change the. See if you for the. Oh.
I know how to walk. Alright, let's see if this makes it look better. I can't tell. That's great. I got hit with the Unreal Engine Classic where you turn the game up to Ultra and all that it does is make your game run worse and nothing else. After I see the cutscene, she said, "I love you, Sam," and she died after saying it. That was very sad. See, I would be more sad if I cared at all about the character. And like, it's, you know, death is sad, of course, but it's also like I have no reason to have any engagement. Like, she said that Sam hated her. Maybe he had a good reason.
Goddamn cottonmouth.
Whoa.
Just a bit further now.
Norman Reedus is a hater, bro. I'm also glad that the game puts down these ladders for you instead of giving you the ladders and having you experience the usage of them. Yeah, you go up that ladder, buddy. I've been playing Stellar Blade too much. The scan button in Stellar Blade is... Nope, I can't get up there. Unless if I stand still. Yeah! This is gaming. Yeah! Intended progression.
That was close.
Am I still going the right way? Yeah.
Too close.
The other thing is that, like, I don't stream for very long, and I'm already almost at the time where I will be done streaming, and I still haven't played much of this game. I haven't even gotten... I am just now going to get to the introduction of the second part of the gameplay. Oh, the game knew I would have to be quitting soon, so it told me how to save. I should probably save now so that it doesn't fucking just erase this data when I come back. There we go. I mean, obviously Sam didn't like her enough to be, like, generally saddened by his mother's death. It was very little emotional reaction. Yeah, that was Sam slipping up, not me. Sam, if I ever fall, it's Sam's fault. Sam's the one who made the mistake. Hate the game, not the player. And now we get to the stealth part of the game. Oh. Uh-oh. The rainbow means bad. What did Kojima mean by this?
Heavy timefall is imminent. Get back here, now.
Sam, burn the other cargo while you're there.
They turn humans into fuel?
BB-28.
I think? I know at the very least they burn them so that they don't explode in that big thing that happened earlier.
It's flagged for disposal. Central Knot's gone, and our headquarters along with it.
Look, I might be fine cremating my dead mother, but killing an employee for not performing?
But it's still alive.
I'm gonna be more emotionally impacted by that.
And it can't survive outside the pod. Pity it if you want, but the decision has been made. It has to go. The director approved the order.
Oh no, now he doesn't have a choice and he has to use the baby. Let's go. Shake the baby, Sam. Tell the baby it can watch Coco Melon, and then don't let it watch Coco Melon. Very soon I'll gain the ability to shake the baby.
Sam, do you copy? Damn it, must have lost you in the blackout. Sam, what's your status? Chiralium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them.
Must be from the bodies we couldn't get up to.
Yeah, I like that line. That's a funny line.
Comes with the territory, I'm afraid.
Can you sit out the rain?
No. They're closing in on my
The
position.
baby needs Coco Melon video. How is he supposed? How is little bro supposed to pay attention without his Coco Melon?
If one of those things eats you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come back, sure, but the surrounding area will still be a crater.
I gotta use the baby.
I got an idea.
Siri, turn on my baby. Siri, activate baby protocol. No, Siri, I said baby protocol, not the Fent dispenser. Now I'm geeking out.
Start, you shit. Maybe you are defective.
I don't trust this little grabby wings.
That's it. Do your thing.
Yeah, talk your shit, baby. Now it's time for the stealth gameplay. Oh, it's okay. If you stay calm, we'll go home and you can have some ice cream.
Sam.
Yep, that's me.
Some suggested routes back to the city.
Okay.
Pick one or don't. Just get the hell out of there.
Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't think I've ever gone this way when I played this. We'll make it fun, because I'm probably going to have to turn this off soon. Okay, there's my route. Let's go straight through them. See, now I walk slowly, and then occasionally I press the R1 button. The scan is to be trusted. There shouldn't be... Okay, the scan is not to be trusted. I see. Oh no. So engaged. Okay, don't freak out, little guy. We're just walking forward. Oh no. So if I just keep going this way, I won't need to engage. Should be alright to go around this way now. As long as the baby isn't lying about there being none in front of us. I don't have a ladder. Oh, I got this though. Cool. No, that's not what I wanted to climb. I wanted to... Okay. I want to climb down the rope. Thank you, game. I'm glad that that was the third option I had there. Still going down. Still going down. Should be safe to drop here. Mash the button. Awesome. I made it through the stealth section. I am the most goated gamer there ever was. At least I can experience the thrill of going full send down a hill without actually, like, potentially eating shit. I don't need to drink more yet. Game, what are you talking about? Awesome sunglasses. Whoa! I didn't mean to jump like that, fuck. I thought I was gonna have to climb over something. Back and forth. This whole game is just fetch quests. It's just the one Ocarina of Time fetch quest. Oh no! I mean, I have no packages, so falling doesn't really mean anything. No! Oh. I do need to, make BB less stressed. At least Kojima does make use of the gyro in some way. No, don't shake him that hard. Awesome. Gameplay. Alright. I'm making it back to this tower. I am not going to have enough time to watch this next cutscene. Can I do something with this? No. Alright. I'm gonna save it here. Save a couple of times just to make sure. Well, that was mediocre. The game is cool. I don't think I want to stream that. I really gotta find out what I'm gonna do for this stream, because I'm bored of everything I choose. I just keep turning things on and playing them for like 20 minutes and then I turn them off. But, yeah. I'm gonna call it for today. There's only about 15 minutes left until I usually stop, and the next cutscene's gonna be 20 hours long, probably. So, thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you again when I choose to play another random game for no reason.